What up? What up? Welcome back to Schmoebates. This is our first match of the round two of this tournament. I guess technically it's the semifinals because there's only 3 rounds, but I am here with someone I am always reluctant to talk to. He's a co-host on formerly the PJ Campbell Network, now known as Off the Rails Network.
Apparently, that's what they tell me.
Yeah,
that's what my paychecks say now.
Surprised you haven't been fired yet, but this is Mr. Maxwell Haddad.
Hello. I'm glad you settled on the word reluctant because I'm always happy to hang out on stream with Mara and Bibbs. But then when I heard that you were the co-host, I was like, oh gosh, I was like weighing and I was like, oh, fine, I can deal with Jake to hang out with those far superior people.
I mean, you're not going to get an argument from me. They are far superior. So
okay. Well, I'm not. Points for self-awareness.
I'm not agreeing with you that I am a bad person.
I didn't say you're a bad person. I just said I was reluctant to spend time with you.
I'm so glad that I'm not hanging out with you in real life anymore. That was rough in Orlando.
Yeah, I had to spend time next to that hat, and let me tell you, the odor it lingers. It travels with you. Like, like
Jesus
space
Christ.
Between me and Jake.
Look, okay, enough about you and me. It isn't about us. This is about Mara. It's about Bibbs. See who's going to go on and potentially play Ben Bateman for that championship belt. Hopefully, we might be able to see them hand it off at Spectacular, or at least sometime during that weekend. But you all know how this show goes. It's 3 questions, fighting it out. Whoever has the best argument should win. Doesn't always go that way, but that's I'm speaking on my own Schmoebates career where I lost, but it is what
something
it is.
You should be very familiar with. It's a common feeling.
Eat shit. But let me show you how we got here. So Mara started us off by beating Kaiser to nobody's surprise. Bibbiani took out Adam Witt. Video Drew knocked out Chance Ellison. And much thanks to Chandru Dandapani and Robert Adams for stepping in at the last minute. But Chandru took that one. So the winner of this match will take on the winner of Video Drew and Chandru. And I'm very excited however that's going to go. I mean, it'll be interesting. I know that much.
That will be a fun debate as well. By the way, to Kelsey's comment, since I can't pull him up, is 8 p.m. too late for a bang? Depends what kind of bang you're talking about, Kelsey, and how late you want to be up tonight.
Well, also with Kelsey, you never really know context.
Fair enough.
Those who know, they know. So let me go into the rules. Because, that's always fun. So 3 questions will be debated. The winner will be determined. God, I still need to fix that typo. By the guest co-host and our ghost judge. If there is a tie, the audience vote will serve as the tiebreaker. And I will be putting the polls on our Twitter page and posting the link after each round on here. And those polls have decided matches before, so please get your votes in. The round format, there will be a 60-second opening statement from each competitor, uninterrupted, followed by a 4-minute open debate where they can just go at it, and then they each get a 60-second closing statement. The final order will be determined by me flipping the action coin. You must win 2 rounds to be declared the winner because that is math. And each competitor has 1 30-second uninterrupted time extension that could be used at any time. It could be during your opening or closing statement. It could be in the middle of the 4-minute open debate. It just has to be made before I open the polls for the round. That is the only rule on that. So, Maxwell, do you think we're ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Let's bring in our competitors. We have the amazing Mara Knopic,
I'd
and the
like to
beef.
point out that I think that every human being has the same intrinsic value. Just putting that out there.
That's nice.
I'm no better than anybody else, but I'm also no worse.
Okay, that's fair.
It's valid. It's super valid.
Let's see what Bibbs has to say about that.
I'm a piece
Mr.
of
William
crap.
Bibbiani.
I am a piece of crap. I am way worse than Mark Knopic. I'm way worse than this guy. Thank you. I'm way worse than Maxwell. I'm way worse than Jake. I'm worse than you, whoever is at home. But I am honored to be here, and I can't wait to try to pull myself out of the doldrums.
I respectfully disagree, sir. You are way better than Maxwell.
Everyone has some good-natured ribbing today, and I appreciate it.
Just like a nice condom.
Hey.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I asked earlier where babies came from, and it got quite a good response. That was backstage, though, so I understand why that fell totally flat on air.
That was really came out of nowhere for
enjoyed-
almost everyone.
I
except
enjoyed it.
us. And even
I
amongst
loved
us, it was weird. Okay, so we're good. We're just good with it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're just
good.
gonna roll with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I've ever said the word condom on the internet before. By the way, that's so exciting.
I think that might be what shook me.
Mm.
But I love it. Anyway, before we start round one, we did flip a coin backstage. Mr. Bibbiani rightfully chose Team Ghai and got it correct and chose to defer to Mara in this first round. So she will be going first. Maxwell, if you would care to read the question.
For the first question of round one, who's the best player to hold a belt in the Star Wars division?
Okay.
Should we mention the caveat that it's not the current person as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Well, it's not. Dang it. Sorry, Thomas. I know you're watching, Thomas. I know you're listening.
He probably is. Thomas is
Yeah,
always watching.
But like, it can't be you, buddy. That's just like cheating or whatever. Can't do that. So
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, sometimes
Enjoy,
cheating
I
is allowed
guess,
in Schmoebates.
you know. I did not know that about Schmoebates, and now I feel woefully underprepared. I'll give you guys some soap if you want. If you want to some extra points, we've got these warm winter ornament soaps for Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh, is that one of the geometric ones in the other hand?
Oh, I love that.
Well, this is our gingerbread latte heart soap. These are going on sale tomorrow.
Yeah.
And these smell like gingerbread latte.
Yeah,
really
I love
cool.
that geometric heart mold is so cool.
Yeah, and we also have these holiday macaron soap duos. These look like real macarons. They look so much like real macarons that we have to put "Do not eat" on the label
Oh my
because
God.
people will. But they look just right, and they smell amazing. They're both very Christmassy. We've got our bayberry and fir wreath shampoo bar. This is the stamped with Luca on it. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You can kind of see the face on that. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming up tomorrow from Cellcat Soap, and maybe some more stuff coming up for the holiday season. And there's also, if you can't wait that long, we're having a bit of a sale today on some items in the store. So check us out on Etsy, Cellcat Soap, at Cellcat Soap on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Haha, there. Enjoy the soap.
Listen,
Next year,
if you want to send me some...
I can make you actual macarons that look like your soap, and then we get to figure out if people are smart enough to eat the ones that say "eat me" and not eat the ones that say "don't eat me."
Well, I'm sure PLD.
I feel like that's leaving
us
us open for some serious Yelp review complaints, but okay, let's give it a try.
Okay, so we usually save plugs for the end, but I'll allow it because you are a wonderful person.
Thank you.
Better than Maxwell.
Also, holidays are coming, and I want to buy Christmas presents for my loved ones.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mara.
So,
do you need to be reminded of the question, or?
Yeah, it's something about where babies came from. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. For round one, the question is, who's the best player to hold a belt in the Star Wars division?
And why do babies come from them?
Correct.
That is absolutely
How many babies
correct.
do they have, and then grade them
on
a score of cuteness?
I think I might.
Well, this player does have fur children, so we could talk about that.
All right. Well, I will give you your 1 minute for your opening statement, starting in 3, 2, 1.
So my choice is going to be Alex Damon. Now, Alex Damon is the legacy of the Star Wars division. He defined what makes today's Star Wars division what it is. And I do think that the best player is not just statistics. I think stats matter, and he has the stats to back it up. But I think that the fact that his level of gameplay, the elite level that he established prior to any other player, helped create all of the new elite players that we have today. The Andrew DiMolantas, the Nikki DiMolantas, the Laura Kellys, the Thomas Harpers, the gold leaders. They are who they are because they knew that if they were going to step up to the plate, they had to compete at his level. 5150 never would have happened if Alex wasn't such a high caliber player. And I think that there's no champion who's had a multi-season career without losses, so he's not infallible. However, I think that you have to look at the full picture of what he's contributed to the league, and Alex Damon is the Star Wars division.
2, 1. Time. Mr. Bibbiani, your minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
Andrew DiMolanta beat Alex Damon. He beat him real bad, twice in a row. Alex Damon's whole career in the Star Wars division was basically being put on a pedestal and not having to fight Andrew DiMolanta yet. I think when you look at the way the division has exploded in this last season, the more we realize that as talented as Alex Damon is, and no one's pretending he's a bad Star Wars player, he's one of the best. We realize that the division being small and actually only having a few matches every single year actually prevented a lot of really talented people from getting up there and being able to compete with him at all and proving that they could take him down. And I think this season we've seen a lot of people do that, but the person who did it, the person who toppled the so-called giant, was Andrew DiMolanta, and he did it in the greatest game in the history of the Schmoedown. And then he did it again just to prove that he could. And then he did it again with another competitor.
5,
he is
4,
the new, the
3,
great hotness.
2,
I yield the
1.
floor with 1 second left.
All right, so that does it for the opening statements. Before we get into any questions from Maxwell or the Ghost Judge, we did have a super chat that I need to pull up that I really don't want to. But John Kaiser says, English Jake's second language. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, I thought he was calling you English Jake. Like that's your new like cowboy name? Like, is English Jake's second language German?
I did live in Germany for 9 years. So.
Is English Jake's second language Swedish? I don't know. But from now on, I'm calling you English Jake.
Go ahead.
And that makes it okay.
You can call me whatever you want, man.
I have neutralized this situation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Somehow you neutralized Kaiser. I never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah, there's a reason he didn't try to recruit me.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have 4 minutes coming up for your open debate. Remember, you do have your 30-second extension if you want to use it at any time. So your 4 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1.
You know what Alex Damon was at the start of this season? He was Apollo Creed. And everyone loves Apollo Creed, but Apollo Creed didn't get his own movies. People love underdogs. And Andrew DiMolanta started the season with a losing record and proved himself to be the greatest Star Wars player we could possibly have. And I really am. I think the fact that he has managed to take defeats and turn them into victories is a little more impressive to me than having this like almost completely uninterrupted string of victories and then not handling defeat very well and not being able to pull themselves up out this season. I think for me, that puts Andrew DiMolanta at the top at the moment.
Well, let me ask you this. That can make, like, dealing with defeat well in his previous season can make him someone's favorite player. But I do think there is a lot of stock put into Alex's long reign, and he has never had a slump like this before. Look at Dan Murrell, one of the greatest players to ever play the game, period. He got destroyed by Andrew Ghai. He got TKO'd 2 games again after that. He had a terrible season. And look what he did after that. We don't know what Alex Damon's going to do next season because this is his first slump. This is rocket fuel for an elite level player, and Alex Damon
fuel explodes is my problem. Player. Here's my problem with that, and I agree that I think like I said, defeat can harden you and can make you stronger. We have not seen that from Alex Damon yet. For me, a measure of greatness is exactly. Therefore, it's too early to say anything. We have seen defeat. Forge
DiMolanta's career might be too soon to decide if he's the best of all time. Then.
Well,
if we're going to talk about duration of either defeat or duration of excellence.
I'm not talking about duration. What I'm talking about is turning defeat into victory. And Alex Damon has not done that yet. DeMolanta has done
only
that
because
yet,
he was a winner for so long, he didn't have to. And we don't know that he's been able to do that. We can't speculate that he's unable to.
For a really long time. He had it easy for a really long time, and now that you've seen the whole Star Wars division evolve, and we've seen the questions go from almost exclusively in-universe questions to starting to get extra universe, and we've seen that Alex Damon has really struggled with that, whereas DeMolanta was ready for that the second it happened and maximized that and used that to take down Alex Damon. Alex Damon let himself get soft. I think Alex Damon would destroy me in any Star Wars competition we could ever have, but I would rather go up against him than Andrew DeMolanta at this point.
But I mean, look at what a player can do when they're challenged, when they lose. You and Brendan got TKO'd by the Founding Fathers, and look at where you guys are now as a team. Yep, you guys are one of the best teams that's ever played, because guess what? You used that. You learned from it. Alex is a developed enough player to learn from it. Those people can go fuck themselves.
Exactly. That's why Andrew DeMolanta is the best.
No, but look at me though. Everyone criticized the fact that I was a champion that had terrible accuracy, and I came back in my first game and I had better accuracy by numerous percentage points than I ever had before because I learned from it. Alex is an elite player. You don't just fail to learn from your failings.
And when he does that, you'll have a great argument. But until then, I'm waiting to see it. So I'm dealing with what we have right now, and what we have seen right now.
Yeah, we have a guy that won for years. He has 974 days of being a Star Wars champion.
Back when there were like 2 matches a year, that's a little less impressive than there is now.
Well, the first 2 seasons of the Schmoedown didn't have a lot of matches. Does that mean that Mark Riley being the first champion, it doesn't mean anything because he didn't have to play a lot of matches?
I think it means Dan is better.
30 seconds.
I think that means that Mark Riley deserves his place in Schmoedown history, as does Alex Damon, but I don't think that being the first doesn't intrinsically make you the best. Otherwise, we would both be arguing for Sam Witwer right now.
Well, exactly. I never said he was the first, but he helped define this league because of what he did. We wouldn't be saying that Alex Damon is someone to be toppled by a new player like a DeMolanta if he weren't a giant. And I think that counts for something, whether he's been beaten before or not.
And I think that's less interesting than the story of the person who toppled that giant who had an easier road.
That is time. We actually did have something come in from the Ghost Judge. I'm going to add another 1.5 minutes here.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Snap.
Just because I can. Fuck it.
Yeah. So you make up the rules.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
English for you.
Yeah. So the Ghost Judge wants to ask Mara, why was the division challenging to Damon, and wants to ask Bibbs, other than beating Damon, what is DeMolana's legacy?
Are we starting now?
I'll give you just a second to think about it. So I will go ahead and start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DeMolanta's legacy is turning the Star Wars division from the division in which there's only one guy who's any good at it to a division that's an actual division where other people can excel, where anyone can be defeated, where anyone has an opportunity. Alex Damon's great success may have made him a legend, but it also made the Star Wars division a lot less interesting. I would argue that Andrew DeMolanta's reign was exciting. It was an underdog reign. He proved himself multiple times, and it cleared the path for a new Star Wars division that has different kinds of questions, that actually had a broader swath of people who actually could compete. And we have seen in that new division, Alex Damon has not been able to adapt yet.
Okay, as far as why was the Star Wars division initially challenging to Alex Damon, 2 words: ring rust. If you don't play regularly, it is hard to maintain a championship, to defend a championship. It's really, really hard. I think the idea that there were fewer matches and he was still playing at such a high level is a statement about the fact that he was elevating the game. And I think when you're talking about that DeMolanta is the reason why there's not just one guy who's good, I disagree. I think Alex Damon is the reason there's not just one guy who's good, because every player that had to come in knew who they had to beat. They knew they had to be that good. He set the standard for what needed to be that 51 points to his 50. Because DeMolanta did it. The only reason why he could have worked hard enough and been good enough to do it is because he knew he had to. So I don't think that that DeMolanta is responsible for all these new players. I think Alex is.
2, 1. All right.
I disagree.
It's after the time, Bibbs. You can't.
That doesn't.
No.
All right, everyone
You
forget
admit
that.
that. That is admissible.
Okay.
That's admissible.
Thank you,
I'm
Mara.
saying it.
Thank you, Mara. Okay.
All right. I mean, who am I? Am I going to argue with Mara? No.
Exactly. Know your place.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Maxwell, you got anything while I like bury myself in my feelings? You're muted,
Max, you're
bro.
muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sorry about that. Yay. Mara, in your opening statement, you made a point about how statistics are not everything, but when determining who's the best, what would your argument be to the fact that Alex DiMolanta does have a slightly better accuracy percentage than Alex Damon does?
First off, you said Alex DiMolanta.
I do.
I was going to let it slide.
They're both ADs. What can you do?
Is that a prompt for the final round, or you want us to answer these questions now?
This would be a closing statement.
Okay, just checking. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, I need to make room.
Don't have anything additional from Ghost Judge as of now. How many whiteboards do you have tonight, Mara?
I only have 2 because I couldn't find the other 3.
I've got one, but I can't show it to you because I got like all of my like notes on it for other things.
Well, here I can show you the backs. There's the backs.
I got this one. See, it says Cellcat Soap, and I got the sticker. We also have Christmas stickers from Cellcat Soap. There we go. With our little
I
chomper.
put your sticker on my cat's treat jar, by the way.
Oh, nice! I love that.
I have a Saltcat sticker on my laptop.
Nice. Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Yeah. All right. Well, going into not to diminish the beautiful, Salt Cat Soap stickers, but
yeah,
we do have to do closing statements. So Mara,
yes, I'm first.
Yes, you are first.
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1.
So I would say that addressing slightly better accuracy, I was a 5-0 champion. I had the worst accuracy of any IG champion ever. So that does not like delegitimize me as a champion. It doesn't necessarily create a huge striation of excellence between either of them, because I think that they are so incredibly comparable. I really do. I think that the idea about Alex's story is less interesting. I think that best encompasses a lot of things, as I've mentioned, but I think that if the primary idea is that his story is less interesting, it doesn't necessarily make him not the best. I personally find his story to be incredibly interesting. And I think that DiMolanta beat him. Absolutely. He beat him twice. But you know what? Christian Harloff beat Dan Murrell in one of the most embarrassing title matches ever. Does that make Christian Harloff a better or the best singles champion compared to Dan because he beat him? No, I think that there's a lot of factors. And I think that Alex Damon, he is a proven legacy. Proven already, even if he never played another game again. And I do think that he is the greatest Star Wars player that we have today.
Time. All right, Bibbs, your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
The question isn't who's the greatest. The question is who's the best. And I agree that that's sometimes a nebulous concern. But when we look at greatness, we look often at legacy, we look at narrative. And when we look at best, we look at who would you rather face in a Star Wars match. And I think we've seen this season that answer is Alex Damon, because Andrew DiMolanta is a monster. Andrew DiMolanta didn't just win the 51-50 match. He also was in the only perfect game in the history of the Schmoedown. His match against Joseph Scrimshaw was literally no one got a question wrong. He was just more right. He literally had the most perfect game ever. He is devastating. He is a monster. He is destroying. And yeah, Christian beat Dan, but you said it yourself. That match was embarrassing. These were not embarrassing matches. These are the toughest matches ever. And in the toughest matches ever, DiMolanta won, not Damon. That makes him the best as opposed to just the greatest.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Maxwell, what are your initial thoughts here?
You're muted.
I'm muted again. Now I'm not.
Yeah.
I think they both make super valid points. I think there's a lot to consider. What I liked about both arguments is how ultimately it's about legacy and their storyline as a competitor and what impact they've had on the division as a whole. It ultimately really doesn't come down to accuracy, to stats. It's about what they represent in the division. And I think they both made cogent arguments about that for each of their selections.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna go.
Do you know what the
ahead.
word cogent means, Jake? Because I can
Yes,
get a dictionary
you
for you if you need help.
Fuck. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
You guys are spicy today. You know
That
that?
is
This is every time Maxwell and I
need to
talk
hug
to
it
each
out.
other.
you guys need to hug it out. I mean,
We have hugged. I didn't
COVID
like
style. Who did something
What's that even
wrong?
mean?
How did you mess up a hug?
it. Was just awkward, man.
He
have, like, a
needs
cake
to wash
between
the hat, I think is what it really boils down to.
Uh-huh.
If only he had some other
Well,
hat.
I mean, I got like 4 of them over here, but one of them is the Gucci wig from the trial of JTE, and I'm just never comfortable putting that one on.
You actually have that?
Yeah, I won it in a raffle somehow.
Wow, that's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want it in my
I
house.
don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that feels like that's haunted. I feel like that's gonna like crawl around at night.
You may need to call the Warrens to come investigate.
Yeah,
There's
there you go.
probably some spiders in it at this
Yeah,
point.
or maybe
I don't know.
maybe
I don't
people
want to.
aren't
I
drugs,
don't
but
want to
guess-
touch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so the polls
Yeah.
are live on our Twitter page. Let me put it in here. And no PLD, I will not put the queen hat on. I do have a queen hat that I bought just to clown you, but I'm not putting it on.
Can anybody find Jake a hat to wear?
First of all, that was extraordinary. Second of all, I
Thank
thought
you.
you were going to say, can anyone find Jake somebody to love? To which the answer is definitively not. He's
That's
a
why I
lost
asked
dog.
about the hat.
Right, thank you. Yeah, you knew. He knew. Bibbs knew.
You know what?
So much blatant hostility here. Like, am I going to have to worry about you guys being in Los Angeles at the same
What?
time? Is there going to need to be like a radius where like you guys like a restraining order type thing?
I mean, we did hang out just a couple weeks ago.
We were in Florida
Orlando.
together like a month ago, and it went fine.
Really?
Yeah,
It was in Florida though. Like,
Fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
All right.
oh,
Oh, God.
Nice.
I already feel the shame.
be a pet somehow.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, the poll is
I
live.
don't like that.
Everybody,
You look
please
like a
go vote.
12-year-old Jew getting ready for his bar mitzvah.
Oh,
Oh.
dude, man,
How many
Hanukkah, like right
12-year-olds have
around
this
the
kind
corner.
of beard, man?
I know. I'm excited.
Well, I saw Dear
Yeah.
Evan Hansen, so I think pretty much every 12-year-old looks like 30 now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we do have, while we're waiting for the polls, we do have a couple of Streamlabs or super chats that I still don't want to bring on screen. From petty little dick face, we have
Oh,
I am
God.
so here for Mara
Wow.
putting Jake in his place.
Wow. I did not.
And from
I'm
Amber
gonna get Ed
Coates,
Harris to beat the shit out of you for PLD.
You know, I wouldn't be mad at it. Amber Coates said, I don't hate it when Jake drowns in his feelings. Also, I love cookies and soap. And the guy with the green hair is my favorite. That's all.
Oh, thank you, Amber. You know, green is
Aw,
really my
thank you,
color. Sorry.
That's
Oh, God. All right. So
I'm really like nth degree today, and I can't explain why because I've not been having the best time
Oh,
lately. This is quite fun for me.
Here we are. This is
You're
our
good.
vacation. This is our break.
Okay, let me check. Okay. We do have our winner for round 1. I am only going to announce the round 1 winner. I will announce round 2 and 3 at the end, just because in case someone wins the first 2, then there's no reason
Yeah,
to fight for
there's-
round 3.
Yeah, we can all just call it a night and catch
There's
up
always
on.
a reason to fight.
I don't know. You guys see that like Baking Impossible show on Netflix where they try to combine engineering and baking, and they call it
Amazing.
baconeering.
I feel like Brandon Hannah
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, actually, I would love to see Brandon Hannah do that. That'd be amazing.
I totally need to bake with him
Especially-
now because
Especially if
speaks
he
my language.
brings his puppet Ralph with him, just as like it's a character bit. That'd be perfect.
Nice. Wait, well, he hasn't been
Sense
using
a
that with
collab.
Schmoedown? What a waste! What a waste! If I had a puppet, I'd use it all the time.
Right?
I feel like I know what you're getting for Hanukkah.
All right, so our judges are in agreement. We don't have to go to the polls on this one. The
Well, we're going to know
winner,
what the poll said anyway, just for the sake of it being interesting.
I usually do
You
that
leave
at
them
the
up for a
end because
Oh, okay.
people vote
Give them
throughout.
time.
So our winner for round 1, based on our judges voting, is the amazing Mara Knopic.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Bibbiani, though, because that was difficult.
Oh, thank you.
He made me really fight for that, and I was ready for it because I knew that he would be the toughest person I could possibly face in this bracket.
Well, Alex feels like kind of the
downhill from
obvious. Kind of feels like the obvious choice for this question, but I really did want to maybe. Well, I support DiMolanta because obviously he's our guy, but also I really do think that there's a great argument to be made for him, and thank you for letting me make it. And I'm glad I was able to make it at least somewhat convincing, although I'm still mad. Okay.
More than convincing, man. DiMolanta's a great player. I mean, I really do think that, regardless of time, reigning, etc., I think that they are just two of the most like top tier matched, a grain apart.
And Nikki too. In case you haven't noticed, I'm like, my God. Okay.
Yeah.
So DiMolanta's, man, never count him out.
I was lucky enough to have lunch with them in Florida just this past Monday, and they are just the most delightful people. We had such a nice time.
Love them to pieces. And I don't know Alex Damon as well, but I love him to pieces too. And I hope he knows that I'm not trying to tarnish your legacy. I'm just trying to win this game. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
and tarnish it a little bit,
personal.
but like not a lot. Just a little Mara, you know geek stuff. What were the scorch marks on R2D2 that Luke was trying to scrub
carbon
off?
scoring? Yeah,
because I just want to put a little carbon scoring on Alex Damon's legacy, just a smidge, make it look cool, you know.
Yeah, he just needs a little oil bath. He'll be fine, just like C-3PO. He's okay.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I based my decision more on the arguments that were made as opposed to if I agree or not, because I would almost be inclined to lean DiMolanta if I was making my decision based on where we're at now. Could change next year. Everything's in flux.
But no, the arguments are where we're here, and that's why we're here. Everyone I'm sure has an opinion about this. So yeah,
and our ghost judge said that they had Bibbs with an edge for most of it, and then Mara edged out with that extra minute and a half. So I mean, it was a hell of an argument.
Don't worry, this will be just like my Schmoedown career. I'll start out doing really well, and then I'll crash and I'll burn. It'll be fine.
No.
No. Can I just say one thing? I just want to say, like, this is maybe. Like I was unfortunately I'm still mad about it. I was kicked out of free for all before Mara came along, but like this is like maybe the only time I'll get to play Mara kinda. So this is really exciting for me.
But hey, maybe free for all next year. Who knows? Maybe I'll be looked at as a tough enough competitor to draw an early straw.
Hey, you lasted more rounds than Dan.
It's true.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it is true. I lasted one round. That is one more than he did.
No, you lasted more than one round.
No, I won. I was included with Ben in one round where we knocked out the 3 other champions, and then I was out that next round.
Well, you did okay. That's my point.
Exactly. I'm proud of that. Hey, that's better than an IG player who literally has huge blind spots with the rest of filmdom could hope to do. So I impressed myself, and that's all that matters.
Right.
All right. Well, I think it is time to go into round 2.
Round 2.
Maxwell.
I wish we had a bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
I wish I had a bell. Shit. Well, Maxwell, if you would do us the favor as it shows off that beautiful macaron soap.
Thank you.
The question for round 2 is, which competitor whose season is over will come back and dominate next season? That's a great question.
It is. And Bibbs, you are first up this round. So your minute opening statement. Also, don't forget you have your 30-second time extension if you need it. Starts in 3, 2, 1.
A lot of people's seasons are over, a lot of really talented competitors, but I want to talk about someone whose season ended prematurely, and it was not fair, and I think they had an opportunity to dominate this last season, and I know they're going to dominate next season, and that is none other than the amazing Mara Knopic. Mara Knopic took quite a sabbatical from the Schmoedown, and then everyone was like, ring rust, maybe it's a thing, and then just killed everybody, killed them dead, and won that belt back immediately. proving
30
for
seconds.
the record that they are one of the greatest players in the history of the Schmoedown, let alone just the IG division. But because of the way the system worked, because of the way that the Intergeekdom tournament worked, they weren't allowed to play for the rest of the season. And that sucks. Whereas next season, they're going to have more opportunities no matter what. They're going to prove once again that you cannot spell Intergeekdom without Mara Knopic.
You got 5 seconds. You good?
Mara Knopic!
All right. So we will be going to Mara Knopic for her 1 minute start.
Oh my. I feel like that name from now on has to be yelled.
Yes, please.
Should be in like a well, okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Sadly, I wish Intergeekdom could be spelled out with the letters in Mara Knopic, but we are running a little short on P's in Intergeekdom. I would like to point out that my choice is going to be Chance Ellison, because I think that he is the first and only true triple threat player in singles teams and Intergeekdom. He was in title matches in singles teams and Intergeekdom this year. I think that the brain power that's required to compete in the singles/teams and Intergeekdom divisions is massive, because you have to be a mile wide and an inch deep for singles and teams and an inch wide and a mile deep for Intergeekdom. That is such a difficult thing to balance. I am so incredibly honored and flattered that Bibbiani would pick me, but I had a 1-1 season, and who knows what I would have done in that tournament. And I haven't done anything this season, as awesome as winning back the title was, that would indicate that I am a definitive dominant player, especially with people like Kevin Smets maybe coming back next season sometime, and people like Dan Merle who have announced their intention to compete in IG. There's just not enough confidence in my abilities to dominate next season compared to Chance.
I just want to say one thing before we get going. None of you are spelling Intergeekdom right. Okay. Now I know this looks weird, but the Mara Knopic is silent, and it has been popularized to just shorten it and leave the Mara Knopic out. But this is the correct spelling of Intergeekdom.
And what is the accurate pronunciation? It's
Intergamara Knopic.
There it is. Perfect.
Intergamara Knopic.
Works for me.
That's a lot of consonants. A lot of consonants.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why it's often shortened.
Yeah.
Well, Maxwell, you got anything you want to ask or for them to elaborate on?
Not at this time.
Fair.
All right. Also, before we move on to this open debate, I do need to give a shout out to Allison Salamoni for giving us that round 1 question. Even though we edited it a little bit. And for this round 2 question, our girl Kelly Wang, salute to both of y'all, Action Army Generals.
So
and we can go into this open debate. Your 4 minutes start in 3, 2, 1.
First off, Dan has been saying he's going to enter the Intergeekdom division for longer than Roka has said he's going to retire. So I'm not really concerned about that. So let's just put that aside for a second. Mara Knopic is the best. I don't understand this anti-Mara Knopic attitude, and I think this is one of the reasons why Mara Knopic is going to do better next season, is because clearly someone has told Mara Knopic that they are not the best, and they might need to be in a better faction. And if you need to just scoot on over to the Mercs, you let us know, because we will get you back up where you need to be, into the winner's circle where you belong, where you showed up. Yeah, you had 2 matches. That's what stinks. We need people who can get you matches, and I think any other faction is going to get you a ton of matches, give you that opportunity to prove, as you said in the previous round, that whatever your stats are, 1-1, who cares? You're the best. You win. You're the greatest. You are inspiring. You immediately jumped in here, and you made everyone excited, and that's what we need more of in the Schmoedown. You are going to kill it next season. I thoroughly believe that. And Chance, I love Chance, but outside of teams, Chance has got a little bit of a curse going here, and I think it's partly because, as you said, he's working in so many divisions. I think maybe if he streamlines, he might have some success in one division as opposed to just the one he's in now, which isn't like a solo division. But as a result, I don't think he's going to have that amazing American Epic career that we would want him to have.
Let's say that he does that. Let's say he focuses on, let's just pick Intergeekdom for the sake of saying that he doesn't have a teammate. I think that dominance is partially defined by winning, being able to defend your championship. And essentially creating a Terminator-like competitor. And sad but true, I've never defended a belt. And honestly, as long as Mike Kalinowski plays in Inner Geekdom, if you ask the fans, unless he gets an impossible 5-point question, I'm incapable of beating him. So if he plays in Inner Geekdom, I'm determined not to win.
Listen,
The
I
fans are always right, don't you know?
I actually, let me tell you something. I literally wrote the rule book here. I actually know this game really well. And one of the rules that's in this tiny fine print is that Knopic is the best. So that's in there. And so we're just gonna enjoy that, and that's fine.
But if Chance got to focus in just one division, how could he not win the belt? If he's one question away from winning 3 belts right now.
Knopic, I guess. I mean, maybe, but I don't think he's likely to do that. It would lead to a lot of confusion.
But I just mean right now, while he is splitting his attention 3 ways, he is 1 or 2 questions away from a title in 3 different divisions. If we say that he focused only on one division, let's say that he didn't even want to be a double or a triple belted champion, he would absolutely dominate, because if he is this close when his attention is divided, how could he do if his attention was focused?
Yeah. And
he'd
if
be unbeatable.
Gave him posting at the desk, he'd be an unbeatable super champion who would last 40 rounds in free-for-all and win all 4 belts. We can if this to death.
Well, we can if my future in the Schmoedown to death too. It's all hypothetical. That's exactly the whole point, bro.
And my hypothetical is better than yours, because in mine has Knopic in it. And here we go. We've got Knopic, the absolute idol of millions, who people would just come to the Schmoedown to see because you make people feel better. You managed to turn just random stuff that you found in the office into legendary entrances. You had one of the worst days anyone ever had, and you ended up having like one of the most legendary games in the history of the Schmoedown and winning the damn thing. You are this like little hurricane of greatness inside a mason jar filled with soap, and it's really quite amazing. And I think that the biggest problem is that you have not had the opportunities. Chance has had the opportunities. He has not made the most of those opportunities most of the time. You have made the most of every opportunity you've ever had. You are a 2-time champion in a solo division. No, not a lot of people can say that. Chance can't say that. I think exactly it is true. I know that you can do this again, and I know that if you have more opportunity to prove yourself, you will have that again. And I think if you maybe put yourself in a place where they're going to prioritize you, you're going to have the room to grow, to expand, and to become not just the amazing Knopic, but the super duper amazing Knopic.
That is time. I didn't realize I was muted.
Okay, all right.
My bad. It was cute though, watching you try to talk.
I know. Shit. There's helicopters going. I'm trying to mute so it doesn't.
Sure.
It doesn't blow over.
Oh, they finally found you. Oh, I'm sorry.
I hope you got a degaussing unit for that computer, man, or else they're going to find some shit.
I just imagine Ray Liotta at the end of Goodfellas, and it's just Jake, and he's just like, what the hell?
I get that reference now. I watched that movie this year.
It's good, right?
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I think that Scorsese guy's going to go on and do some nice things in film.
And then trash the MCU. But
he wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Cinema. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into the closing statements, we do have a couple super chats I want to get before they go away. Kaiser again is back, says this Schmoebates is brought to you by Ribbed Condoms and Green Hair Dye.
Whoa. We get free condoms?
Only if they're ribbed.
I'm fine with that.
Remember, Bibbiani, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
I know.
And then God, I love that. Maxwell, do you want to read PLDs?
Knopic!
You!
Woo! My neighbors are gonna love me.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you live in Brooklyn and you have neighbors.
I do on every side.
Yeah, like a few million.
Yeah.
All right, so we will go into the closing statements. Mr. Bibbs, you will be first. Your God damn, I can't talk tonight. Your 1 minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
You know what the truest test of greatness is? Humility. And we've seen it today from Knopic. Knopic, who has proven herself to be one of, if not the greatest Inner Geekdom player of all time, still manages to actually care as much about others as one normally would about oneself if you were indeed the greatest Intergeekdom player of all time. All we need to see from Mara Knopic next season is more than 2 games, and we will see Mara Knopic be Mara Knopic, be amazing, be super duper amazing, be
30 seconds.
Knopic amazing. We will see this. All we actually need is the opportunities that Chance had. Chance had these opportunities, and what did Chance do with it this season? Well, Mara, on the other hand, came back for 1 match after a long period of time, shook off any ring rust, and killed. And if we think if she can do that after taking a break for a long time, imagine what she can do after taking a break for half a season. She will destroy if an even halfway decent manager takes her under their wing.
All right. And Mara, your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
I appreciate this incredibly glowing tribute to me, but it is preying on emotions. Granted, Bibbiani has faith in what I can do, and he is telling me that I'm incredibly humble, and it's true. But I played 1 great match this season. Chance has had to play through mini brackets to get those opportunities that, yes, he couldn't seal the deal on them, but he had to fight tooth and nail to get them. That shows a perseverance and a dominance that I never had to demonstrate because I had a title match that was a coupon that I was able to cash in. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't give it my all next season, but Chance has proved definitively that he can claw his way up to championships in 3 divisions. I think that dominance is not just sealing the deal when you do win, because yeah, sure, I sealed the deal, but I didn't have to do anything to get there. And I think that 3 divisions worth of excellence is much more dominant than 1 division's worth of excellence, even if I had won a title this season and he wasn't able to. So I love it. Thank you, Bibbiani, but I still think Chance is the best player. Triple threat
I would
player.
like my 30 seconds, please.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me just a second here. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
What the hell are you talking about? That Mara Knopic didn't have to pick herself up and actually earn that spot. You killed it through a tournament. You destroyed some of the best competitors who have ever played in the Intergeekdom, and you earned that spot. And I'm sorry, if that's what you do with the spot you don't even think you earned, imagine what happens when you actually get all the matches that Chance gets and didn't maximize. You were able to do it with next to no opportunities. He had every opportunity, and he did not.
4,
I have way more faith
3,
in Mara having a better
2,
next season than I do
1.
in Chance.
Damn.
One of these days, I'm going to be a manager.
Oh my God, you'd be so good at that.
I'm not sure. I'm not done playing yet, but I do like being a coach. Like being helping all the players in the Quickie Mercs has been really fun this season.
There was something slightly mischievous about creating a scenario wherein Mara had to argue basically against her own worth. Made me a little
I'm so
uncomfortable.
good at that, though. It was like a natural choice.
See, now Mara's very proud to talk about her own worth and talking against her own worth. Wait a minute.
I mean, I'd much rather denigrate myself than another player, so it's actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All
I know
right,
a
well,
little bit of that
It was
self-deprecation.
my first thought, and then I was like, "Oh, that is sneaky," and then I figured might as well go with it.
Well,
I think it's a huge
our poll
compliment,
is
honestly.
posted.
Yeah.
The poll is posted on the Call to Action Twitter. I'm going to throw it in the chat here. And
Do we want to talk about some more inappropriate shit until everything's decided?
Oh my God! What else
course.
is there? What have we got left?
Hmm.
Can we talk? Can we talk
International
about
Women's Day?
that? Is that bad? I thought that was a good thing.
It is. I'm just talking about
Okay.
Deadpool.
Oh, I get it. Can we talk about when we're talking about Marvel sex scenes? Can we talk about how everyone's like, "Oh, Eternals has the first Marvel sex scene," and I'm like, Ed Norton and Liv Tyler had like the hottest moment in any Marvel movie in The Incredible Hulk, and just because they couldn't seal the deal for plot contrivance purposes, Eternals gets the credit. I'm sorry. I think that was a sexier sex scene in The Incredible Hulk. Who's with me?
I mean, it's Ed Norton. I
Who?
mean, he commits.
He does.
I really liked Eternals.
I was
Alright,
somewhat mixed.
That can be
I still haven't seen it.
I'm mixed to positive, but I didn't love it. But there's a lot to enjoy in it.
Boy,
I
every
love
time
the
they
things
brought
it
up the
talked about.
that's the thing. It's actually about stuff. Anytime it brought up the rest of the MCU, it was like, why are you talking? Who cares? Like, there's a
That's
scene where
seriously
all
what I think its biggest flaw is just
yeah,
being an MCU movie. They should have just given Chloe Zhao a shitload of money and said, "Go make a movie."
I know. Like, there's this bit where like they're all the Eternals are sitting down and eating dinner, and then Sprite's just like, "Hey, who do you think should run the Avengers?" And I'm like, I want all the other Eternals to look at Sprite and go, "Who gives a shit? We're Eternals. They're
Right?
nothing." That means Jack Squad. You might as well have just asked, like, I don't know, like, who's Megan Fox dating now? Like, now? We're talking about that now? The world's going to end, for God's sake.
I really wish, honestly, like this is just in my mirror universe. I'm not projecting like that this is a flaw of the movie, but I would have loved to have seen the first Eternals movie be about the first 5,000 years they were on Earth and develop the characters, develop their relationships, and then have it be when they break up. And that's the end of that movie. And then the second film could have been the emergence. I think that would have, I think some of the people that have grievances with character development and pacing and tone, they could have really balanced that out between two films and given every single Eternal their due. But that's just Mara's mirror universe.
No, I dig it. I think all that alternate history stuff where basically Chloe Zhao just came in and just said, "Hey, you know, like every god in the universe, they're all a lie, and you're wrong to believe in them. And religion is the absolute worst thing that could happen. In fact, the worst thing that could happen is to be a long-running devotee. Just absolutely accept anything you're told from this gigantic amorphous entity that only cares about self-sustaining itself and exploiting others." Brought to you by Disney. I just love that. That's so cool.
I do have to say, we do have a challenge that was thrown.
Oh no!
From John Kaiser.
Mountain Dew Code Red before the match. That violence. I would not in a million years drink a Mountain Dew. I would, however, drink a cranberry Sprite. Those come out sometimes at Christmas time, and I really like them a lot.
I do like those too. Those are good.
I tried A&W Zero Sugar today. It tastes just like regular root beer, and it's changing my life.
Nice.
There you go.
You know, the brain needs sugar.
Oh, trust me, I bake.
Okay.
I get my sugar.
Okay,
I have
you're
to
good.
taste
All right.
frosting.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Do you not know Mara?
Mara has not really baked a lot for me, so I don't really know.
Shit.
Mara likes everyone else better than me.
I don't even have your address. Send me your address.
Okay.
Send me your address.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it.
You'll get a box of shit. Also, list food allergies because I'm not responsible for your food allergies unless you tell me.
I'm good.
And you could get a crate of 1,000 paper swans.
No, that's
you never know.
That's a different thing.
Listen, the baked goods are good enough. Believe me, they're pretty extraordinary.
I was happy to do it for Kevin, but I wish I never had to. I wish he never had to go through all that. So
exactly.
I love my friends, but I also hope I never ever have to do that again.
I'm so happy that he's in recovery, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin, if you're watching, we love you so much. Keep it up, buddy.
Yes. Kevin, don't come back to Inner Geekdom because you'll beat me.
That is not
Stay
true.
retired forever. I love you.
Next season is the season of Knopic. It's gonna be like this season was called like Schmoedown Season 8 War. Well, next time it's Schmoedown Season 9 Inner Knopic Geekdom.
See, I thought you were going like for a season of the witch thing. It's like, yes, Season 9, Season of Mara. All right, we'll talk to Skybound about branding. My fees are substantial, but I think I can give them a break on it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Don't let them get away with anything. You milk them for all they're worth.
Ooh, I was in 4-H. I know how to milk shit.
Yeah, now we're milking shit.
Milk it all. All right, moving on.
All right. Okay.
Wow,
so much fun.
With his newest super chat, Kaiser has now donated more money to this stream than I thought he had on his person whatsoever.
You're welcome.
He got it from selling bootleg vapes in the back of the Walmart parking lot. He'll be fine.
That tracks.
All right, so we are going to move on. As much as I'm loving this conversation, the two of you, someone in the chat said the two of you need a show, and I do not disagree.
Oh my God, yes.
But
invite me on a show sometime, Mara.
Okay, come on the basement next Saturday evening.
I think I can do that.
Look at us networking. All right.
The 13th.
13th is
I don't have
Saturday,
anything
yeah.
right now, so yeah, you just send me a thing.
Yes, locked
All right.
in. Man, my
All
co-host
right.
is going to be so proud of me. I got like an A-list guest.
You did not. You
Ooh.
got like a B-list guest at best.
Just because Bib starts with a B doesn't make you on the B list.
I don't know. I
There's
mean,
a new podcast called The
he
B-List.
willingly appeared on Box, which I think automatically makes anyone a B-list guest.
To be fair, I had no idea what they were wanting me to do.
Fair
I
enough.
think it showed.
It worked.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you're telling me the PJ Campbell Network has your address and Mara doesn't?
No, I didn't let them know. Oh, yeah, I did let them know.
I do have your
That
address.
might have been a mistake. Actually,
Oh
That might
man, I
have
should have
explained
just
some
gotten
very
it from you
suspect
afterward, Maxwell, and I could have surprised him with a box.
I could have done
You
that.
have no idea how easy it is for me to forget stuff. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
If it's not movie related, I forget everything instantly.
Okay, well, before we go into round 3, the previously mentioned Kaiser Super Chat, ABM, always be managing.
And when I think of
There it
John
is.
Kaiser, I always think of a BM.
I really thought it was going to be always be milking. I really thought that's what it was going to say.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
We should probably. I didn't think the Mark and Knopic episode would be the naughtiest episode of all, but here we are.
Hey,
I'm serious. You
shit
got to have the
happens,
two of
man.
us back on sometime. Like,
Please.
no,
Oh.
not a tournament, just like here to play because this is awesome.
I love that his
Yeah,
response was
definitely.
no.
Definitely, anytime. We'll see how the scope.
Well, plus
of
this
the,
last question is like
goes.
so perfect for Bibbiani. I'm so excited because he and I have something in common that we love, and it was just
Yeah.
this time of year.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up for Maxwell to read here in just a second. Before I do, shout out to the Prince Who Wasn't Promised, Joseph Boros, for providing us with this question.
Great question, by the way.
Oh.
Love this one.
Another Action Army general. There's a theme here. So, Maxwell, if you would.
This is a great question. For round 3, the question is, if the Schmoedown was a murder mystery, who would be the killer?
Okay, and because this is round 3 and Bibbs flipped the coin in our pre-show, Mara, would you like Team Ghai or Team Trader?
Guy.
Also, good pick. And you also got Team Ghai. Would you like to go
Always
first
Team
or
Ghai.
second?
Exactly. Always Team Guy. For more reasons than one. I will also defer to my amazing opponent.
All right. Well, Mr. Bibbiani, your time starts. And you did use your 30 seconds. You don't have that anymore.
I know.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Picture it. The Schmoedown. Backstage. Season begins. Christian turns on the lights in the studio, and oh my God, the wild berries are dead. They've been stabbed over and over again with their own beer cans. It's just horrible. And then the season continues, and oh no, Roka had his head chopped off by his own hat. Like, it's the most horrible.
thank God.
But no one can figure out what these people have in common other than the Schmoedown. Who stands to benefit? Who hated all of these Schmoedown competitors? Who actually competed with all of these people? Not in the ring. Maybe it was Jen Sturger. And just when everyone thinks it's Jen Sturger, and they've cornered Jen Sturger, and they've got their pitchforks, and they're like, Jen Sturger's been killing us all. That's when Jessica Sturger enters the room. Jen Sturger's identical twin. It was her all along. It's a twist. It's a twist. It's Jessica Sturger. You thought it was Jen, but it's Jessica. It was actually like foreshadowed all along when God called her Jessica. He knew there was a Jessica. It's a twist.
Has it been a minute yet?
It's been a long time ago. You imagine this Christian like falling to his knees. Wild
God. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he doesn't know he's muted, does he?
Oh, is someone talking? Oh, Jake, you're muted, buddy.
God damn it. All right.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Hey, kitty.
Hey, buddy,
All
you
right.
want to say hi?
Oh no, Mara is gonna say the cat did it.
Hey, do you want to say hi? Hey.
I want to see
Hold on.
cats. Where are the
Everyone
cats?
wants to see you because you're handsome.
Oh, he's a handsome boy.
Oh,
Oh, which one's this?
Serper?
This is Sir Pounce.
hey, buddy, look.
Or
Ah,
Sir
Sir
Pounce,
Pounce.
yeah.
Serp.
Oh,
Yes.
you're such a good boy.
Yeah.
Do you love mommy?
He's a
Yeah,
good
you do.
kid. Yeah, good kid. Get out of here. You bother us. All right.
All right. So
All right.
Sir Pounce's time starts in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so my pick for this is Andrew Ghai. So first of all, he has been shown to be susceptible to Winter Soldier-esque mental programming. He also has literally said before that he killed someone, that he buried someone. He said he killed Dan Murrell. He has shown a propensity for violence. He tackled Ben and John Roca. This is somebody who has the skills and the aptitude to be able to do it. Also, here's a twist
30
for you.
seconds.
This is actually a primal fear situation. He is Edward Nortoning us. He's an actor. We're supposed to think it's Winter Soldier programming the whole time, but really, he has just been acting. There is no Arid Richard Gere. It's going to be the biggest twist of all time. Bigger than Knives Out.
10.
Bigger than any of those other movies involving knives and things. And Jessica Sturger, though great, as a twin, I resent the evil twin angle because it's tired and it's been done.
Time.
Wow. Wow. This is intense.
All right. Before we get into any questions or anything, somehow John Kaiser still has money.
Oh, God.
Jake, how many cigs did you bum off of Bibbs' stepmother? I don't know how I feel about that question.
Come on, Kaiser, you're better than this.
I assure you, my stepmother is a cigar woman.
Yeah, and I can buy my own shit, Kaiser.
Yeah, you tried to buy me so many shots.
It happens. It just happens.
Hey, man, if I weren't on medication, I would have at least taken you up on one of them. But sadly,
Yeah.
I was not in a place where I was able to have alcohol, which was so sad.
Yeah, but you were really sweet to my mom. So
Oh, your mom's a
I-
peach.
I didn't feel, upset that you didn't have my shots. Let's see. We got Maxwell. You said you have a question.
So in both cases, you've made compelling arguments as to who the killer is. My question is, what is their motivation for committing these murders?
Okay, and I'll give y'all a second to process that. And we do have another question from the ghost judge. What are the murder weapons?
It's like a game of Clue.
We're not going to ask you which room it was in.
Oh, man. I was really hoping for the conservatory.
I mean, you can feel free to throw that out there if you want to. All right, we'll go ahead. And Mara, remember, you do still have your 30 seconds. Why are y'all concerned about my smoking? AJ, I've got a pack
Because
of your
we care
smokes in
about
my
you.
car.
Yeah,
And the Surgeon General warned us about smoking, Jake.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Once or twice.
Yeah,
it's your call, buddy, but we do care about you.
yeah, I appreciate it.
You have body autonomy, but just know that we care.
Well, I'm not Aaron Rodgers, so I'm not going to lie about it. I smoke.
Let's go.
So,
That's
okay, your 4-minute open debate starts in 3, 2, 1.
First off, let me just say that the idea that the twin gimmick is tired, and I can prove it in one sentence. There's a third Princess Switch movie coming out this year, and people love them, including me. And I'm going to say this right now. Although I did give away who the killer was, this is not an evil twin situation because it's not just an evil twin. There's also a neutral triplet. So it's fine. It's fine. That takes the curse off of it. As for murder weapons, I've already said every single victim has a murder weapon specifically tailored to their skill set or to their iconography. So as I said, John Roca sliced off with the hat, wild berries, killed with the beer. Ben probably gets beaten to death with a chair, which is why everyone thinks it's Andrew Ghai, which is, again, every single thing Mara said about Andrew Ghai is why Ghai is the perfect red herring. He's too obvious. Everyone thinks it's going to be Ghai. Everyone always blames Ghai for everything. Nobody blames Jen Sturger.
Both Jennifer and Jessica Sturger, you cast them wrong, man. They are the final girls. They are the prototypical final girls in this story. They're not the killers.
Jen is the final girl.
I think
Jessica. We're in a malignant situation. We're in a malignant type situation.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on that one.
I know, right? But here's the deal.
No, it's another twin problem. As a twin, I take umbrage with that representation of twins.
I can appreciate that, but let's be honest here. We're already in a murder mystery. Cliches are part of the DNA of this thing. So we're just going to have to
not if we want to. We can reinvent the wheel, man. We're all smart people.
Believe me, this is the Schmoebates. We haven't reinvented the wheel in many seasons. We need a new wheel.
That is a great joke.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
However, the metaphor remains, though. We are smart people. We can do a Knives Out situation. We can subvert expectations.
First off, Knives Out was really predictable, but I digress. They literally say it in the opening line of the movie. But regardless, here's what I don't like about the Andrew Ghai thing is because your twist is not that it's not Ghai. Your twist is that Ghai had an unexpected motive, and that's not really a twist. That's just changing someone's backstory here. Here's the thing.
No, but I mean, the idea about getting away with murder is definitely compelling.
Yeah, but it's also
and the fact that he's manipulated everyone.
If the killer in your murder mystery is the most obvious person in the murder mystery, that's generally speaking not very, very satisfying. Here we have to build a case because it's Ghai. He's fundamentally evil, and everyone knows. Everyone knows he's a Winter Soldier already. That's already been revealed in the foreshadowing. It's done. But
now he has amnesia. So now he's fine.
Speaking of hackneyed, so we've got here is we got a whole case being built up against Jen because Jen has to interview all of us kooks, and boy, you can see it in her face that she is tired of us sometimes. So we built up this case. Everyone thinks it's Jen, and then it turns out it's actually Jessica, who has actually been replacing her in some of these matches because she sees the suffering in her sister's face. She sees it. And she cares.
Here's the thing, though.
She cares so much. And then Jen has to take Jessica down. That is the most powerful ending we could possibly have to this thing. It matters.
If this is a movie or a book, though, and Jessica is all of a sudden a primary character, she is going to be so obviously the killer because she is not prominently featured ever before. So she's the most obvious person there is. It's not compelling at all.
Neutral triplet. We have a neutral triplet we introduced earlier.
Okay, so I get one of two people
as a surprise. Jessica's existence is a surprise. Much like the ending of, say, an Edgar Allan Poe story where, it was an orangutan the whole time. Well, great.
20 seconds.
Does that sound weird? Yeah, but it's a classic, so we're fine with it. So who cares?
Okay, so some tropes are tired and we should use them, and other things are okay to be new, and we get to pick and choose.
I'm saying that we go into a murder mystery to see these tropes play out. The point is to have fun with them and not to be hypocritical.
Time. Okay. This is another one of those instances where I'm glad I'm not judging. I just get to
even Kaiser gave me points for this.
Yeah.
Kaiser
Does
points
that really matter
in my book.
I'm just saying, if anyone should be biased in Mara's favor, it's the whole manager.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, thankfully, he doesn't matter as far as judging unless he goes to the polls afterwards.
Maybe he's the ghost judge.
That would be very twisty.
Maybe.
He's in the chat the whole time. He's giving us his money, but he's been the judge.
Nah, he wouldn't be able to be impartial. He would never be the ghost judge.
No, I wouldn't put a ghost judge who's on the same faction as a competitor. I wouldn't do that.
No, of course not. Nor should you.
Okay, so we have our final statements coming up. Maxwell, do you have anything you would like to hit?
No, I asked my main question. I'm curious to see how they're going to decide to end it on their own terms.
Okay, and I don't think we have anything from Ghost Judge at the moment. So we'll just go into it. Bibbs. Wait, hold on. Just got a message. Okay, no, it says closings could decide this. Okay.
Let's do it.
So Bibbs, your minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
The killer in a murder mystery isn't the most important thing. The most important thing is how we get through this story. And what I have done here is outlined a series of brutal and very creative murders, all which will tantalize the senses, followed by a series of twists and reversals, which, yeah, you know because I teased them to you, but imagine them playing out. Imagine the shock in the chat rooms as they watch these episodes play out. It would be a stunner, and I guarantee you it would be a lot more satisfying than, oh, it's Ghai.
30 seconds.
Oh, it was Ghai. No, the guy who's always evil, and we always expected to go back to being evil. And the guy who we know is a Winter Soldier, you know, that guy who kills people. So it was Ghai. Oh. Whereas, could we have had like twists or something here? Some kind of cool revelations, unexpected things, maybe Ghai was a red herring? No, it's Ghai. I think mine's a little better. Just
Yeah.
saying.
5, 4, 3. None? All right.
I'm using my 30 seconds, by the way.
Okay, let me
Might as
throw
well.
it on here.
Use it or lose it. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Your minute and a half starts in 3, 2, 1.
So I didn't get a chance to talk motivation or murder weapons in the 4 minutes, so I'm going to talk about it now. Honestly, I think the scariest motivation is the person that's just a psychopath. He doesn't target anybody. There is no pattern. There is nothing discernible about it. You can't trace it back to any one person and say that they were aggrieved by someone else. Also, there is no murder weapon. He makes people swallow their own tongues through hypnosis, just like in one of my favorite books ever, because we rip off books for horror movies all the time. And I think that that's frightening because the ME can't figure out how these people died. They're just dead. Also, I think that this is more than kills. This is psychological. This is deeply rooted in the natural evil that exists in real life. And I think that that is frightening. I also think it is frightening when somebody who is a kind and gentle person turns out to be a complete and total maniac underneath the surface, because those people live in society. They're real. Now, I'll say this. Jessica is a very good pick because it's easy to tailor make the perfect person for your story because that person doesn't exist. I had to pick a real tangible person and shape that person
30 seconds.
into this narrative in a way that makes sense. Also, I came up with a title for my project. It is called Opponent's Choice. And it is going to slay at the box office, coming out October 2022. And since I do think that Jen / Jessica / impartial third twin, who would be the way better surprise killer, by the way, if it were the neutral third triplet, coming to theaters near you, Jen, Jessica, and the unnamed triplet are my final girls. My case is closed.
I know this is not. I do not count this argument, but I do want to say something right now. The neutral triplet is the killer in the sequel.
Oh boy.
That out there. You don't want to throw it all in at once. What are you doing here? You gotta let someone be a killer next time. Jeez.
Okay, I'm down for that sequel.
Boom.
I'm down for that.
It's the same. It doesn't count. But there you go.
Go ahead and throw this poll. Okay, it is live on Twitter.
God help us all.
Oh my God, that's where we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, man, have
Was
you seen
that
the
a-
Boston robotics video where they
do I
dance
wanna?
and they do obstacles and backflips and it's all Skynet's happening?
Was that a Jack Reacher book you were talking about, by the way?
Yes, it was.
Ooh.
I love those books.
I love Lee Child. He's my favorite working author that's like still niche that not a lot of people follow.
We did have another super chat from Ashlyn Castor. I don't know who this fucking person is.
Oh my gosh.
Says my pick, a Rue Morgue situation, but JTE is the orangutan and also Dagnino is the inspector.
I'm not sure we can clear that with JTE. I think his management might have some issues with that casting, but I love the idea of Dagnino as a detective, and I kind of wish I'd thought of that now, because can you imagine if you make Dagnino the lead detective? How amazing that story would be! Oh my God!
You know what's funny is he could actually, because he's a surprisingly good chameleon when he chooses to be. He could be our Kentucky Fried detective like Daniel Craig was in Knives Out.
And also,
Except he's just Gucci.
I just want to remind everyone, please go vote on this poll.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna. I was gonna. It's too late. I can't. I had this great kind of argument where I really wanted to campaign for points to be deducted from Mara for spoiling Primal Fear, but it is not that famous a film. It is not like everyone knows the ending of Primal Fear.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the
Yeah.
30-year-old movie. My bad.
Yeah, I know. We do that all the time in our podcast. Like, you had 30 years to watch the movie. Come on.
By the way, you guys should all watch Primal Fear. By the way, the movie's
Yeah.
kick ass.
That movie does.
Yeah.
It is a good movie.
Right.
Yeah, we do have another super chat from this asshole.
Yeah.
Andrew Ghai has way too many skincare products in his medicine cabinet. Psycho alert.
What is the exact
Kaiser.
number of skincare products that one needs to not cross that line for Kaiser? I wonder.
Yeah, does Kaiser have any?
Yeah.
Then we
Kaiser,
also
you
got
should,
Haskell.
instead of sending in the super chats, go donate to my 5K tomorrow for charity. Spend that money wisely.
Oh, wow.
Hey, we take these donations and spend them wisely.
I know. I'm just saying it's charity.
Yeah.
Charity.
Well, good old Eddie Haskell says, I'd pick Mara. All the sugar intake from baking sends her into a manic state when someone says using Olestra is better. Plus, she can fit anywhere.
That's
I thought about picking myself. I really did.
That would have been fun. I would have picked me, but I don't think anyone would have believed it. It doesn't really track. But I do want to say, if you're interested in spending money tomorrow, there is Cellcat soap. It's soap, and we sell it.
Yeah.
It's Cellcat soap. We got it.
Well,
We have a theme song that was written and performed by my partner Michelle.
Bibbs, before you get too deep into this, I am going to leave the polls open for 5 minutes. Everyone, please go. It's on our Twitter. I am going to go take a piss real quick, and I will.
Oh, gosh.
He's lying.
Thank
He's
you
gonna
for
take a
letting
little-
us know.
Well,
No,
what did
no,
we
I
think
haven't.
he was going to do?
Nah, I'm committing to it. That's a baby he's dropping off at the pool. Like, that's not a pee.
I'm out. You made this up.
I'm sorry. I don't love
Well, it's-
children. I'm sorry. Kevin Smets is the only perfect child I've ever met.
Oh,
Oh.
What? Kira is perfect. Fight me. I will die on that cross. Kira is perfect.
Oh, Kira?
Yeah, Kevin Smets' daughter is perfect.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what we were talking about. I think, okay, you know what? Y'all are just being weird. I'm just going to stop right here.
Oh.
All right.
So Maxwell, now that apparently only people you like are here, how are things?
How are things?
things are going okay. It's been a very fascinating year for me personally. I'm getting used to being divorced and single life, and it's been a roller coaster, but good.
Tony Award winner!
Woo!
That also happened. Everyone seems more excited about announcing it than I am. I don't know.
Well,
It's nice that
someone has to. You should win 2 more, and then you could call them Tony.
Tony Tone.
Oh, apologies. Is that really
I do plan.
Okay. You do plan?
I
Ow!
do plan to win a couple more.
Good. Get on that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I have some
all right,
projects
good.
and
There's
in
a
the
few
works.
letters you gotta get in EGOT, man. Get
That's
on
true.
it.
You're closer-
Well, that's
you're
it.
closer
That's
to
the thing,
winning
is
than
if-
anyone here.
if you win a Tony first, then you really are going to get an ego.
Yeah, Tony's the hardest one to get.
I think. I mean, for
Do some
Grammy, what I have to
spoken
do is
word poetry.
spoken word album. Yeah, exactly. Slam poetry.
You can also produce something.
What the?
Oh no.
Hi!
Hi
there.
What?
Well, Jake, you said my name a few too many times. I figured I'd come on and defend myself. Although I wasn't actually planning to be brought on a screen, but this is a great battle.
Then why did you have your camera on while you were backstage?
Because it just was naturally on, Jake. The people want to see me. Do I have to start putting in your place?
Yeah, the
Mara
best
doing?
the-
reveal would be handled better than this. Is my point.
As a
I mean,
preeminent
yeah.
schmoho, his camera's
He's
always ready.
definitely
to go.
not the ghost.
That's true. I am red light PLD. That's my next.
Speaking of
name.
that fucking queen hat, yeah, I got one too.
Yeah.
Max, you got to get one now too.
All right.
No, but hey, Paul, Mara did say she was gonna have Ed Harris kick my ass for you.
Oh, I heard, and it made me love Mara even more. I don't even know how it's possible, but I love her even more now.
Oh,
my cat
would you
does
like
too.
to know how you will love me most?
Yes.
I'm gonna tease something. This is a very, very juvenile idea. It's still in infancy. Dan and I are working on doing a live table read of The Rock for charity, and we feel like Ed Harris might have to be played by PLD.
Well, I mean, yeah.
God, don't make him cream himself on stream here.
Can we not?
Wow.
Maybe.
This is a family channel.
Family channel.
Yeah,
Rib,
Family
rib,
channel.
sorry, he has a rib
More of
condom.
that. I would be blessed and honored. That is amazing, though. Holy crap.
Did you say
Yeah,
blessed
sadly, I
and
can only play
honored
one
or
of 3
less than
characters that are
honored?
women in that movie.
That's true. There was definitely a lack of female characters in that movie.
Oh, that's okay. I don't need any girls in that movie. It's perfect the way it is.
That's true. That's true.
A little something for the ladies.
Plus, I don't know. I don't self-identify as overtly feminine anyway, so I identify way more with the all of the handsome men.
There are a lot of them.
Michael Bean is my boyfriend, and
I was
no
about
one
to
can
say,
tell me
yeah.
differently.
Who gets to play Michael Bean? So I want to be able to know who I'm yelling at.
We'll
favorite
talk
scene.
about that offline. I don't want to give
Gotcha.
away too much.
Okay.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, thank
So
you.
apparently, Kaiser is still not donating to your 5K. If you don't buy
Yes.
soap from Bibbs, you are the worst human ever. Not a
Okay.
fun
That is
guy.
true.
That's very nice. I feel like that might be a slight exaggeration, but do appreciate it nonetheless. Oh, look at that. We got some. Yeah, I can see the soap sales.
There you go. This is Indiana Jones, Marty McFly.
Oh my god, I'm dying!
He's a big mountain lion. There you go.
Here's the cutie.
Oh, wow.
Here's the cute boy. Who's the cute cat? Hold on.
This
Who's the
guy.
cute? Who's the cute? Is it that guy? Oh,
Who's this
that
guy? Who's this guy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sir Pounce. You're cute too.
I have to keep Luca in the other room or he'll eat the computer wires because he's not very bright. So I don't have a Luca in here. But I
This
do
guy
have,
is Schmoebates too, because honestly
do.
speaking,
I
when
do have
he...
Fabian with me.
Oh, there you go.
I've
By the
seen
way,
him
if you
show down.
wrap your computer wires very loosely, don't make it tight, make it a big air pocket in it, and poke holes in it in aluminum foil, then the cats won't chew on it because cats hate aluminum foil.
Huh?
That is not
Yeah.
true. My cat actually likes aluminum foil. We had to take it away from him. We did this thing where it's like, oh, you know what you do to keep your cats off the counter? You put aluminum foil on the counter, and then they don't jump. He just jumped on it, started eating it. We just had to take it away from him. He's a weird guy. So
That is fair.
The rules do not apply in this household, sadly.
I'm very, very sorry. I tried. My cats hate
I
aluminum
appreciate
foil.
the
It
effort.
freaks them out.
Everyone said it would work. Everyone said it would work. It did not work. It did not work.
Okay.
Cats. Do we have any more
Hi,
cats?
buddy.
Anyone want to bring any more cats on the show?
Well,
Hey,
I
the
was going
boy.
to try to see if Indy's little
Tell you what,
brother,
give me a
short
second.
round Doc
Let
Brown.
me see if our little diva is available. Hang on a minute.
Me, my good boy.
See, Indy's my little schmoho. Like whenever the camera comes on, that's when he decides to bother me. He won't let him leave me alone. That I get on camera. He's like right here. There you go.
Kitty.
Got my little fat girl. She is not as cute as Paul's, I will admit.
Oh,
she's
they're very
beautiful.
cute. Absolutely.
She tries to jump in the refrigerator every time I open it.
Muffin used to do that when she was a kitten.
So she's not a cat, but she's the size of a cat.
Ooh, puppy.
Oh my
This
god,
is
what's
Luna.
your name?
Luna,
Oh, Luna.
my baby.
Okay, this one's got to go back. Jesus Christ, she's heavy.
Oh, she a chunky baby.
Nothing like a chunky
Oh, no.
baby.
Oh
Uh-oh. Frozen.
my gosh, yay! Look at the baby.
There we go.
How you doing, Luca? You want to say hi to all your thanks, folks?
Somebody's a little baby.
Baby.
Luca.
He's not that young, actually. He's a big boy now. But
I remember when he was tiny.
yeah, remember when he was wee? Yeah.
Hey, y'all have 1 minute left on the polls.
He just likes
You know.
lounging. So he'll probably just be here for a while.
Hey, Sir
Bees,
Pounce,
buddy.
you want to talk to everybody?
Like getting-
Yeah.
Sir Pounce has started doing something weird. He's like normally his routine is I eat, I poop, I come sit on mom and I lick my butthole. But
Yeah.
recently it's become I give mom a really long massage and then I lick my wiener and I don't like that.
No, it's getting weird there, isn't it? Yeah.
It's very Oedipal. I don't like it.
Now it's getting weird.
Yeah.
Let's have to clean their buttholes. It's normal. He doesn't have to clean his wiener on my lap. I don't like it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Is that
They're
going to
all
be like a
bathtubs for our
shirt?
pets.
Cleans his wiener on my lap, and I don't like
My
it.
little guy. Yes, you are.
All right.
Oh,
The polls are closing.
Yay.
In 3, 2, 1. God, and now I got fucking cat hair all up my nose.
I think we do have one person that was going to come on real quick to say something, not the ghost judge, somebody else who want to say something about tonight's events.
oh God, is it Kaiser?
Cozies, buddy.
And here we go.
In case of those. Oh, hey.
You know, I spent a lot of money tonight.
You did.
Okay? If all that
You
cash
really
doesn't
did.
go, I want to, Jake. This is on you. If all that cash don't go to Kelsey's kids for Christmas, I will strangle you in a parking lot in Los Angeles and steal your cigarettes.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try.
Ooh.
You still owe me a baseball, you dick.
I got your baseball, but all that money goes towards those kids.
Hey,
Aw.
I'm down for that.
I'm
I am
starting a new
100%.
foundation. It's called the Bibbiani Kaiser Foundation, and we're going to give money to kids.
I'd rather
Who
give it to
needs-
cats.
I mean,
Cats.
it's not
Bibs, that
it's not
works
my
too.
decision. I do not
Bibs,
have sole
Bibs,
proprietorship.
Cats need toys too, so we can do that too.
Cat kids.
All right,
How
we
about
can
cat
talk
kids?
Yeah, the cat.
I
kids.
want to.
Okay.
I'm here to say two things. Number one, buy soap from Bibbiani. Christmas is coming around.
Oh,
Thanksgiving. That guy, and let's be real. Anytime you get to see Bibbiani on camera, it's a damn joy.
Oh,
Right? Guy's a legend, hysterical.
he's
that
just trying to
said,
take me away from the quirky
Mara
words.
Knopic is the clear winner tonight and the greatest that ever lived in life. I'm
Which
talking
proves my
about
point about question
Oh.
2. I'm just saying.
if you're going to Mars and you got to start that bitch, that fucked up colony, like you can only pick 8 people, you know you got to get Mara in there, number one.
What
Like
does that
Elon
even
Musk
mean?
is like 2, 3 behind her, but he's on the list. I'm going Mara, Ozzy Osbourne, Elon Musk, Jake. They don't let people who got fucking lung disease on the planet. You got to be healthy, so
Dude.
you can't go. You're out.
Jesus.
Kelsey.
Well,
'cause we
depending
need
on
a
what diseases
sweetheart.
are
You gotta
allowed,
get
I'm not
Kelsey.
allowed in. My body is wrecked, man.
Mara.
I need new
Mara,
organs and shit. Like,
Mara, you force perspective. You're the greatest at what you do. We
Right?
need you there to coach these people through the weird. You know, everybody needs to tap into their weird side. That's why you're in the dungeon. That's why
That's
you want a
right.
belt in the dungeon, because you tapped into your weird side. You didn't go with some flunky manager jerkwad. Oh, there you go. Back.
Speaking of,
It's appropriate.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Thank
you know, the
you.
quirky mercs, we actually defend our belts, so maybe there's something there.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Look at you with the little silver thong.
Throwing
You know
it out.
what?
that hurts. That hurts a little.
those bites.
I'm just
Quirky
saying, you
mercs
could stay
are a
with us.
good
You
team.
could have stayed with us. You could have stayed with us.
Quirky mercs
Hey,
are a
no,
good
honestly though, it was
team.
Coy and I talked extensively. For
I
Kevin
know.
Smith, it was the right thing to do.
I
I understood why he
know,
did
but-
what he did.
I know. I get it. I may disagree, but I do get it.
Bibbs, you are a national treasure.
Thank you. And you're
Yeah,
an
I'd
international
vote-
treasure.
I would vote for you over John Adams.
Thank you. Well,
I'm trying to think of other past presidents.
John Quincy.
like-
Adams?
McKinley, I'd vote for you
Yeah.
over McKinley.
Chester Arthur.
there you go.
Yeah,
Who, not Teddy
100%.
Roosevelt though. I'm sorry, Teddy's like the best.
Well,
But
Teddy's
pretty much
number
everyone
one.
else.
Mara, Teddy's number one. That's a real
Teddy,
American.
Teddy is pretty cool, yeah.
Oh,
except for
Teddy's
all
the
that.
man.
Except for all the people he killed. But yeah, that's cool.
Who did he kill, Bibbs?
Who didn't he kill?
Pretty much,
People
yeah.
who needed to be killed. Sometimes in life, people got to be killed. That's
Yeah.
how mammals
Ooh.
live.
Every
I'm not
single
here.
person is better than William
Not
Henry
for this
Harrison
mammal,
because
but-
that douchebag didn't wear a coat to his inauguration and then he died.
True.
That's true. That's
His name was
true.
William Henry
William
Harrison. He
Henry
died
Harrison.
in 30 days.
Yep, and
Is that
he
a
was
real
from Indiana, so way to go, Hoosiers. Smart. I was born in Indiana. I can say it.
Mary's second on whole states now, and I'm here for it.
I am. Oh,
Is that a
trust me,
real
I'm going to come for
president?
you one day, Mississippi, because I hated living there.
No one should have to live there. You know who lives there? Morgan Freeman lives there.
I don't think that's true.
That's absolutely true. Oh, sorry, Mississippi. I was getting my M's.
Yeah, so it's not true. That's basically what you're saying. Yeah.
It's not true.
It's not true at all.
He has a bee farm in Mississippi. I can
Kaiser,
confirm
let
that
your
much.
competitors do the trivia, okay?
Hey, I'll say
fair
this
bit.
though, truly though,
Okay.
Kaiser learned so much shit this year. Like that Star Wars challenge he did about Boba Fett's gun, like he legit actually knew that, and he was totally wrong. But the fact that he had enough knowledge to make the challenge, it was. I mean, he was wrong in that
You
movie.
do
That's the
enough
thing.
to make the wrong challenge.
Well, no.
Like,
He
that's-
was
it's
right.
like-
that is one
I
of his
agree.
guns, just the wrong movie. But like,
get it,
no
but,
one
like,
knows
it
what
didn't-
that
That's a
gun's
real
name
gun.
is. That's
Actually,
amazing.
Really,
Actually,
real
I
gun.
believe, if I remember that correctly, he actually wasn't necessarily wrong. It just wasn't the one he was holding. You can actually see it in the movie. It was like holstered to Boba Fett's
Oh.
side, so it's actually in the
One second.
movie.
I
It
got
just
a little
wasn't the
guy
one
in
he
the
was
Philippines.
brandishing.
Hang on a second.
Thank you,
I love
Paul.
how the two people that weren't even part of this show just completely derailed this shit.
Well,
That's what we
Jake,
did.
somebody's got to save your dumb fucking ass.
You were off going to the bathroom. You were dropping a deuce while nothing's going on. That's when we had to come here and save the day.
I was not dropping a deuce. I was
Disagree.
taking a piss.
That's,
Disagree.
That's
Your
see?
septic system says otherwise.
Yes.
Look at Bibbiani's Dutch angle, looking like he's in somebody's high school bedroom from 1994. Like you could just see like Nirvana's Nevermind CD on the floor. Is that a pumpkin?
That is a
Who
pumpkin.
was in high school in 1994 in this group?
Not Max.
Nope.
That's a
I-
young buck.
All right,
I graduated in 94.
I'm-
Max is the
I'm that
future.
guy.
but you
I'm
know
not
what?
that-
You
I'm
look
not
great.
that
You
young.
look great.
Thank you.
Max,
Nah,
Does anyone want to know what I was doing in
Max,
1994?
just keep lying to
You're going to scare me.
everybody as long
say
as you
something
can.
bad. Go
Don't
ahead.
tell
I was
him
hearing
nothing, Max.
jellies
Don't give him
and
nothing, Max.
watching
Nobody needs to know
Disney
how old I am.
movies. The three
Exactly,
Disney movies I was
Max.
allowed to watch.
Youngster. Babies.
94, I was.
All right, I'm
Baby,
back.
I
You
need
assholes.
that.
What did I miss?
All right.
Okay.
We
oh,
need
I
you
was
to
thinking
oh,
give
we
about
announced
another-
the winner. You missed
Oh, cool. Congrats, Mara.
Oh no!
Bib-
Actually,
Bib-
Kaiser won. Kaiser won.
Now that's a twist.
Ah!
Bibbs, we
Wait.
need you to give a dissertation on Walter Hill films. Go.
it. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I don't think very many filmmakers can claim to have cataloged the fable-like nature of the American dream than Walter Hill. I mean, everything from The Warriors to Last Man Standing to Driver to Southern Comfort. I mean, he takes the identity
Ooh.
that we have as Americans and turns every single
Preach.
one of them into an epic worthy of being turned into basically an Gilgamesh type epic. So I could go on like this, but I think we're all ready to go.
I'm
Kaiser's about to trade Bateman for
Kai-
Bibbiani as quick
Kaiser-
as
Kaiser,
possible.
Kaiser doesn't even give a shit that
he
there
would
was
be
a
wise to do
competition.
so. I got some belts this season. That's all I'm saying.
Paul, to be fair, this man just dropped Southern Comfort.
Oh, he
Who
did?
drops that level of Walter Hill?
I-
Only the
oh.
Bibbinator
Just saying.
And you, Kaiser. It's true.
and me.
I've seen it done just
I
as
only
true.
watch movies that
Here's the fun
before
fact. Here's the fun
1983.
fact.
I don't watch anything after 1983. I don't care.
Not that I'm.
If it
not
was
that
after
I,
48 hours, Bibbs, I don't care.
not that I wouldn't
Um,
be tempted. I'm just going to say this right now. I
Predator?
just want to, here's some.
Please,
That,
RoboCop,
All right,
you're
fine,
killing
Mara,
me.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
Just
87
remember
was
that.
the year everything great happened. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, like everything great.
I was going to
You're
review
dark.
a bit of the Sleep of
I might have to
Yeah,
slide the
but
scale to
uh,
Die Hard and then peel it back from there. 88. I go 88. I don't want nothing after that. I got to
The
get my
Rock.
Die Hard. But I digress, Paul. Decide.
Yes,
I think we made
Mara
Jake-
Knopic,
Can we-
the reigning champion of the
Look.
world. Mara's going to play Ben Bateman.
Can we like just push Kaiser away? Like,
Yeah,
that would
be,
there we go.
there we
Jake
go.
is really, really unhappy right now.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna announce a goddamn winner.
please
That's
do.
a good thing.
We had a match tonight.
Neither one of us
Did we?
wins.
I
We're
don't
just gonna
remember
let
it.
Drew
Yeah.
and Sean Drew play for the title because we
Everyone
made him so mad.
No matter who wins, we lose at this point. So let's just.
Look.
A good point.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we know in the first
Excellent
round, our
tagline
judges,
used, by the way.
our judges agreed that Mara won round one. Oh yeah, thank God Paul's not here anymore. Our judges also agreed in
I did it
round
myself,
two.
you idiot.
Oh, do you need some ice, Jake, for that sick burn?
I mean, I can't
Yep,
even
burn.
be mad because he pays for the StreamYard account.
That's true. He does.
So, okay, round two,
Oh
our
my
judges
gosh.
also agreed and gave it to Bibbs.
That's fair.
Round
Damn right.
three.
Now the humbleness goes away. Like
No, you fought that way better. It was I was in a rock and a hard place because I definitely don't like myself, but having to say that in front of everybody else really sucks.
you are a treasure, and everyone knows it. So just saying that right now. And now, if you ever have a bad day, you can watch this video again.
Yay!
Yeah.
Happy birthday. All right.
Okay, so round three, our judges disagreed.
Oh.
Oh crap.
They were split. So it went to the audience. And at the time that I closed the poll, I don't know if it's changed since then, but it was 57% to 43% in favor of Andrew Ghai.
Oh man.
So
Well,
Maxwell, you want to say it?
I disagree with.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad it was very close because
It was, man.
I'll admit it. I really kind of see the. I need to see the sequel now. I mean, that sounds amazing.
Would have been great. Alas.
Honestly,
You know what? Let's just get funding for all of it. They make so many terrible movies nowadays. We'll work
Right.
on you. We'll work on you. We'll get you a full trilogy. We'll find out there was a secret quadruplet in the third
I would
film.
love it. I would love it. I've also been pitching Jim Henson's Schmoedown Babies for a
Ooh.
while. Can you imagine just like little Roca in the hat and the diaper? That'd be
Listen,
great. But
Brandon Hanna's all ready to go on that one. He's already got
There
his
you go.
puppet. He's settled.
Yeah, perfect.
I think one of my favorite comments was I think it was Joseph Boros that said it. It was the middle sister, Jan Sturger.
There you go.
By the way, in the private chat, PLD said Kaiser super chats at this rate could fund both movies.
They're not expensive films. It's fine.
No.
Yeah.
No, I would have loved it.
So with that being said, I think we need to bring in our ghost judge, don't we?
I'm curious. Any guesses before we bring the
Yeah.
person in?
Do you have a guess?
Sabrina.
Ooh.
That is a good guess.
Mm.
Was it only in your head because we were just talking about Brandon Hanna?
No, I was kind of trying to think of someone who was not brought up at all because I feel like the ghost judge's name doesn't get brought up unless you accidentally give away who the ghost judge is.
Which
That
I did
sometimes
in
can
your
happen.
first match.
It happens at times, but I don't know.
Danny Coast says the ghost judge is Jessica Sturger.
Yes, that was my guess.
Very good.
That was my guess.
Very good.
So yeah, let's
Very
do
good.
it.
Danny Cost, by the way.
Cost,
like
excuse
loss.
me.
Bibbs, you have a guess?
Yeah, it's Jessica Sturger. That's the twist. That's the whole point. I want to say right now that if the twist
You are
is
going to
that
be
it is,
so
hold on.
severely
If
disappointed.
it was actually Jessica Sturger, I think you would retroactively have to give me the point. I'm just throwing it out there. I would think that would surely count for something, right? But no, okay.
If it was, then yeah.
Your movies can be called "And Your Killer."
Ah,
Ooh, that's
I
pretty
like
good.
It. I like
That
it
was
a
one of my
lot.
backup titles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will bring them on. This person has been one of the OG staples of the Schmoedown community since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Shows up to every event they can, sometimes with his amazing daughters, Kara and Zoe. Mr. John Mariano.
Hey!
Hey, everybody.
Oh no! So excited. Again. That's hilarious. Hi.
You're excited. I was so excited that you guys were competing tonight. Like, I was nerding out. I had to go get green hair, like, just to be
Yes.
one of us.
Nice. Wow.
One of us.
That was my problem. That's what I should have had.
I can fix that.
Bibbs, you had me on the third round. We split, and I'll show our cards. Maxwell was with Mara.
Max, you
and
know
Bibbs.
dramatic structure. Come on. All right. This.
I'm throwing Max under the bus because dramatic structure. You had me, and the guy with the tone, he's like, "Yep, no."
Listen, the audience agreed with me, so sometimes you got to be a
The
populist,
audience,
right?
is that how we get Tonys? Okay,
Oh.
that's how it is. Okay.
Sometimes.
Uh-huh.
So, John, overall,
Not this
what do you
time.
think?
I think it was splitting hairs the whole time. Right? It was really like watching a Rocky fight with two brilliant argument makers or debaters or whatever we want to ribbed condom fans. I'm not sure.
They're
What we'll call them at this
master
point.
debaters.
Yeah. Ribbed condom fans is the biggest point that we have here. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's
I
a Rocky
think that
fight,
is the
can I
main
use sugar lips? I feel like the
takeaway of this-
resemblance is uncanny.
This evening is always go ribbed.
yeah. I will say I have faced Mr. Mariano in Schmoebates, and I call bullshit on
I mean, you
my
can call bullshit.
loss.
I won on your own network.
Man, I was actually the question I lost on, I argued for Bibbs. So this
Right.
is like all coming fucking full
Which
circle.
wow.
which you broke my heart. Like arguing against Bibbs. Like
It's
now I can say it because I have Bibbs and I have Mara here. Legitimately, two of my favorite people in the space. Like just and I think over
Thank
the
you.
years you've seen me like tweet and retweet and whatever.
we have. You're
But
very
like
nice.
legitimately amazing people,
Aw.
Yeah.
right?
And Mara,
and-
literally,
and-
it's like in the name.
like literally in the name, right? And I've listened to Bibbs's podcast on endless hours, while I do my mundane work, and I can attest to his foul mouth, and I thoroughly appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go buy some soap. I bought. While you
Yes.
guys were waiting for the poll to close, I just bought some soap for me and the girls. So I can't
Oh,
wait.
thank
to
you. That
A
means a
few
lot to us.
people in the chat said they bought soap.
Thank you.
Um,
And there's more to
I-
come. So come by later. We got some cool holiday stuff debuting this week.
I just threw the Etsy
Never have
link in
enough
there.
Salt Cat soap.
Thank you.
Yeah, and John, thank you so much. This was very last minute. I called him about an hour and a half before the show.
Oh
And I was like,
So-
bro,
Jake,
I
so
need a
Jake-
ghost judge.
Jake, just to draw you the picture, tonight we did movie night with the girls, and I gave
Oh,
them John Wick, and I follow that up with When Harry Met Sally, because I figured those two
Ooh,
oh.
really. Because
I saw
Harry-
that tweet and I was like, that's a fascinating double feature.
That is a
Well,
good pick.
Kara was crying watching John Wick because she didn't realize what the movie would be about, and
Oh.
she was devastated in Act One, and then devastated for the rest of the movie. So I'm like, I got to put on something that's gonna change the mood. So I put on When Harry Met Sally, and
There you go.
Jake calls me on the final New Year's Eve of the movie. I'm like, you're killing me right now, but I'll absolutely do this.
Yeah, he
So
said,
the first time I saw John Wick, Dan was watching it to do the honest trailer, and I knew what the movie was about. Like, I knew the dog thing, I knew that he went and murdered everybody, and I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, I can do this. The second that it happened, we had to take about a 45 solid minute break for me to just do nothing but cry and wail, and then have me insist I can keep watching it until finally he's like, all right, I sort of believe you. And then I was like, I just feel better after he killed everybody. And then I did. I felt way better after he killed everybody. And then,
Right,
he, got, and then he got another doggy.
That's
It-
the
it is-
genius of that first John Wick, the simplicity of it. It's after they do that, John Wick has carte blanche to kill everyone in the world, and you're
It
fine
really
with
does.
it. You're
yeah,
totally fine with it. If
Yep.
anything else had happened, if they had killed a human being, if they had uprooted his vegetable garden, if they'd done anything else, he would have been like, okay, by the 100th person, John's the revenge has been had, John. We're good.
yeah.
But
You can
no.
you can massacre Padawans as much as you want,
You
but
can-
you kill
you
a
can
fucking
kill-
dog.
Yeah. Like,
Well, and
it's
seriously,
a
puppy,
Anakin
too.
Skywalker in Attack of the Clones had said, and I didn't just kill the men, I killed the women and the children and one dog. And Padme would have been like, fuck you, I am out. I am never marrying you. This trilogy is never happening. Fuck you, and fuck you. I'm out of here. That's what would have happened.
We need Paul back for that one.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't disagree.
But you slaughter children. You get like a free pass and you get to have your own kids show or whatever. But like one dog.
I think that John Wick should seriously have influenced federal legislation for animal cruelty, because here's the one thing I'll say about it, everybody. I don't believe in cruelty to anything, humans or animals, but at least humans can ask for help. Pets depend on you for everything. They cannot go to a trusted family member, neighbor, or teacher and say that someone's hurting them. So there should be significantly stronger sentencing for animal cruelty. I will die on that cross.
Yeah.
At least in general, yeah, 100%.
I agree with that 100% as well.
Yeah.
I also do have to give one more shout out to Mariano.
Yes.
Because if someone hits you up an hour and a half before a show and says you're going to be here for about like 2 hours, it's like, what the fuck, man? But he was like, oh, you want me to hang out with you and Maxwell and Mara and Bibbs? Like, what kind of favors are you asking me, man?
What kind of horrible situation did you just agree to?
I distinctly remember mentioning Jake last, and it was like a long pause before I was like, you?
Well, you did get to bust on him and lord over your previous victory over him when you slaughtered
he is
him.
not busting on
slaughtered
anybody,
him like
sir.
Anakin slaughtered the younglings.
I don't know I don't know if we want to have any more busting on this good-natured ribbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, John did pick me up.
Well
from
done.
the airport.
Busting makes me feel good. And we bust some ghosts good.
That's the third time I've heard you sing today, and I've loved it every time.
I want a big soundtrack.
Oh, hey, Bibbiani, do you do karaoke? Are you a karaoke guy?
I have done karaoke, yes.
All right, so you're going to be my duet guy then.
I guess I could.
I only pick guys that can sing, so it's either you or Ben Bateman. That's my only choices.
Oh,
wow! Not
I can
even
sing around.
Smets.
I can sing.
Wait, can Smet sing?
Well, I've beat him in
Smet's
the
wiped the floor
sing-off.
with Jake.
Oh, fuck you, Paul.
I was unaware. All right, well, never mind. Kevin's my bro. I gotta pick Kevin first.
Kevin sang. Was it?
It was part of your world,
which he kicked.
We
Jake's
went
ass.
back and forth on the line.
It was amazing,
and
Jake,
I won. John Mariano was there. You were not there.
Paul Malls will say differently.
Wait. I was
Paul
there.
Malls. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Mariano was there. We sang to his daughters.
Right. You sang to my daughters.
You were singing part of your world, Jake?
Yes.
Both of them did. Yes.
Well,
Jake and Kevin.
Well,
did.
at least for one night, that stuff wasn't very neat at all, was it?
Oh my gosh. This is so
I think
dramatic.
we're done here. I think we're done.
Wait, John, say what you were gonna say.
I was just gonna say that was the night I realized you were really good at coming in second.
Oh, fuck you. All right. Well, this has been Schmoebates.
Brought to you by Ribbed Condoms.
Oh yeah,
Green hair dye and
condoms,
anti-animal cruelty PSAs that include murder.
Well, now that's a Good Friday.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and show you where we're at now. Oh shit! Let me get rid of that banner. Mara Knopic, moving on. Face the winner of Video Drew and Chandru Dhanapani.
Congratulations, Mara. You deserve it.
I'm just going to say right now that I am going to win the whole thing, and I'm going to dedicate it to the hardest fight that I've ever had to fight as a nationally ranked college debater against this man, William Bibbiani.
Oh my God! Well, that means a lot to me. And I just want to say right now, already, Mara's dominant next season is off to a good start. I'm just saying that right now. I think it's going to be the case yet again. Mara has not lost a step. Mara is going to continue to kick butt.
Yeah. So, Mara, do you have a preference? Would you rather face Video Drew or Chandru?
I mean, this is tough because I mean, again, this isn't the Schmoedown. As human beings, I love hanging out with both of them. I would say that Video Drew and I operate on the exact same wavelength of weird, which could honestly make the show literally implode. I don't know if everyone is ready for that. And Chandru is also very intellectual. It was one of the most proud matches I'll ever play in, the Battle of the Brains. a rocket scientist and a nuclear scientist. So cool. So to do that again in an environment that's like 100% thoroughly fun would be a treat. So I feel like either way, I'm going to have a good time, whether it be ruining the universe as we know it with Video Drew or with, fighting off against similarly engineer-oriented, like we're real big dorks in real life kind of dude.
Right.
I just want to say one more thing before I go, because this is my last Schmoebate for the year, I guess. And I just want to say, hey, thank you to everybody. This has been a lot of fun, but I especially want to say thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to play a match of some kind against Mark and Knopic, who I normally never would get the chance to, because we're just in different divisions. So this has been a lot of
Free
fun.
for all 2022, man. It'll happen.
Right? Fingers
Well, we're
crossed.
gonna get a rematch of this here too. I think next year we'll have a rematch in Schmoebates. Also,
There was a reason I scheduled this bracket the way that I did. I'm
Are
not
you saying
going to
Adam
say
Witt had zero chance?
I'm not going to say
you.
I had a bias. No, because even if Witt had beaten Bibbs, this would have been equally as fun.
That's why you do a bracket. You say to yourself, like, who do you want to end up here, and like maybe who'd be cool, So you don't put like everyone cool in one corner and then all the not cool people over there.
Well, originally Robert Parker and Brendan Meyer were supposed to play each other.
They'd been amazing.
But
So
they
Brendan Meyer's
they
like
both
a
had
big
to back
important
out.
actor, and he has things he has to do because he's super important. So
Super
stuff
important,
happens.
super talented, super friendly, nicest human being in the world. Greatest.
Oh my god!
Schmoedown
When I
player
saw
I've ever
him
met.
with his like Insta picture with his haircut, I was like, when did Brendan Meyer become a big boy? Well, because he's so darn cute.
Great. Well, he's acting. Acting, as John Lovett once said. Acting. There you go.
Oh, I watched Color Out of Space for the first time
there you go.
actually about a month ago. Oh my god, he's so good.
Yeah,
he is.
I actually one of my favorite movies of the last decade, and I have to like not really talk about it anymore because it's an obvious conflict of interest. But you can read my original review before I met Brendan. Like one of my favorite movies of the last decade was The Guest. Yeah. And now I'm on a team with him.
Good.
Like it's super duper weird. Like
I
think that movie's amazing. So
that score is amazing too.
The whole movie is great. I love it.
Yeah,
Dave Stevens' finest hour. It's so great.
The next episode is just going to be us talking about all of Brendan's movies.
There you go.
So Bibbs, before you go, I guess the nicest compliment I could pay for you on this stream is I heard your review of The Guest, and I've now had 4 or 5 of my friends and family watch it with me on separate occasions.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Thank you so much. It means a lot to a critic when like you give a movie a chance because we said so. That means a lot to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Paul, why do you type so goddamn loud?
He's
a
writer.
Hostility, man. Everyone's having a good time.
I know, Jay. Got to bust up his chill.
I'm trying to listen to this conversation.
I'm an aggressive typer. I admit,
Can I just push him out? If I push hard enough, will he leave?
Oh, it just happened. Mark controls the stream.
No.
That was amazing.
Yes. Oh man, this is great.
But see, Matt could do it too.
You're ruining everything. It's so funny.
All right, I'm really gonna go.
There you go.
Please clip this out and put it on the internet for people to see.
Look, thank you all for being here. Even
thank you guys.
Even Paul. What? Shut up, Paul. You're not part of this show.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. We really, truly appreciate it.
God damn it. Maxwell, thank you for stepping in to be guest judge.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Where can the people find you? What do you got going on?
Twitter at Cinemax. Twitter at Cinemaxwell. Instagram Cinemaxwell Inc. Sometimes I'm on the Off the Rails network with PJ. And now that the Schmoedown season's coming to an end, we're going to ramp up our content back again because PJ actually will have time. Come say hi to me at Spectacular. I'm going to be in LA for a week, and I'll hopefully be competing again next season in the FCL.
All right, Mara,
you will be.
I will be here again in some not purely defined number of weeks, playing against either Video Jew or Tranju Don Depani. I also lurk around the internet. I I feel bad because I've actually been soliciting most of my donations privately. However, even though it is at the 11th hour, I am running the DAV Disabled American Veterans 5K tomorrow. So I'm going to be tweeting out that link. So will Dan, because he has a way bigger following than I do. And if it is within your means, or at least if you could just give it a retweet, 100% of the proceeds go to the Disabled American Veterans. They do a lot of good work for other disabled veterans like myself. So if that's something you would be willing to do, people, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Mara, if you can send that link in the private chat, I will throw it in the chat.
Thank you.
Bibbs?
By the way, the fundraising isn't as sad as it looks. I just haven't, like, I've had people that have been like giving me their donation, and I'm just going to put it all in at the end. So it's not as sad as it looks. It looks really sad, but I swear I've raised money.
Oh, you're good. Bibbs?
Hi. What's up? Oh,
I put your Etsy thing in the
thank you so much.
in the chat again.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Yeah. So real fast, obviously, more than anything else, I'm mostly a soap guy. So me and my partner, Lopez de Silva, we have a store called Saltcat Soap, as you may have heard. We have a lot of cool soaps. These are debuting tomorrow, but we also have some of these winter ornaments here now, and we have a ton of soaps from throughout the year. Some of them are on sale at the moment. Thank you, everybody who's left us really good reviews. Our reviews have been really stellar so far, and everybody who's helped out has really helped us out, and that means a lot to us. Also, some other things are going on as well. It's the 1-year anniversary of my partner, M. Lopez de Silva's first novel, which has been published. It's called Hooker. It is a pro-queer, pro-sex work, feminist slasher vigilante hybrid about a sex worker who fights a misogynistic serial killer, and she uses hooks as weapons. It's awesome. It's critically acclaimed. I hope you enjoy it. It makes a great gift for that person on your list who's just like, hey, who likes slasher novels? Boom. Also, I host a lot of podcasts over the Critically Acclaimed Network. We've recently finally been added to Spotify, which is great. But we have shows where we review new movies, answer emails, watch older movies on streaming, watch TV shows that were canceled after one season or less, dig those up and talk about the history of that. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/critically acclaimed network, where we have exclusive programs that are all about every single episode of the 1960s Batman, every single episode about Star Trek in order, every single film ever nominated for Best Picture in order. We do commentary tracks, online hangouts with our patrons, get to vote for future episodes. It's kind of a lot. And of course, I'm on Twitter at William Bibbiani, and the rest of our stuff is at Critic Acclaim, and our soap store is at Saltcat Soap. Saltcat Soap is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you can find links to the store there.
All right.
I do a lot of stuff, don't I?
Hey, fucking working, man.
I'm trying.
I just had
Hustle
to
is hustle, man. That's how you get shit done.
Yeah, I just had to get PLD out of that number one position there real quick. John Mariano.
You know
What
that
you
makes you in the number 2 position.
That's fine. I'm a piece of shit. It is what it is.
I get it. I
love the fact that Mark can just zing him for me, so I don't have to open my mouth for it. It's perfect.
Oh, I don't have anything fun to plug.
Other than having a gorgeous family.
Thank you. There's a possibility in 2022 I'll be helping Mark Riley a little bit more visibly with some stuff. So I guess stay tuned for some things I probably can't talk about publicly yet, but maybe soon.
I do know that now that the Good People Association is done. They did make that announcement. Done as it is now.
Well, Josh is taking Good People and keeping positivity.
Yeah,
and rolling with that. Ken is going back to his channel and going,
Mark's
doing the
going
1,000
back to
things that
his
Ken
channel.
does, and Mark has some plans to go back to things he was doing about a year ago.
Yeah,
and it has some exciting things on the horizon too. So I know I know a little bit more than I can share, but I would say subscribe to their channels and stay tuned.
Yeah, are you going to be doing the Riley's Cantina thumbnails again?
If he asks me, or if he has nobody else to do them, I'm sure I will be. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm busy.
I mean, you can do it, man. That's fine, dude. So I guess I can share this part with you guys, and I don't want any sour pussies because it's been a long time in the works. So I guess you can find me on dating apps in 2022 as well, because I am rejoining the singledom. What do you call it?
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a long time in the works. So it's not like I get a lot of sorry, but like it's kind of a good thing at this point. So,
Yeah,
But I'm
everybody
happy for you
swipe
if it's a
right.
good thing.
thanks.
Everybody
It's a good
swipe
thing. I'm
right
very,
on
very
that.
happy for you.
So
And
it's-
good luck in the next chapter, buddy.
Thanks. It's coming. So yeah, good times.
All right.
All right. Well, this has been a show.
This has been a hell of a program. My God, the
Yeah, it
ups
has.
and downs, the emotional whirlwinds. Like, yikes.
I mean, I won't lie. It's just the people that are here because I was very low octane when we first got on, but the energy is infectious, and I'm pretty sure that this is some sort of disease, and I'm very happy.
Well, this is why we won the after show award 2 years in a row. So
There you
just
go.
saying, it's all because of me.
Yeah. And Mars.
That's all it is.
Oh, very fun. There we go. Oh, he's got squeaks.
Who's
Oh,
my
it's a
boy?
squeaky boy.
Good cat.
Yeah,
What's
he's a
wrong?
squeaky cat. Yeah,
Oh, you just want to lay down. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what the cat wants to do. So cute.
He
Anyway,
wants to put his butt in my face.
and on
That's
that
what
note,
cats learn to do.
we are going to go. So
May
thank
all
you
your
Yeah.
cats
everybody
put
for
butts in
watching
faces. We love you guys.
Schmoebates.
Let's go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back hopefully next week with the Chandru versus Video Drew match. The winner playing Mara. And just
The winner
fucking
of that
keep
going
it
on to
weird,
beat Ben
man.
Bateman.
Keep it weird.
Keep it super duper weird.
He just put his tail in my mouth.
Good.
Oh my god.
Okay,
The
bye.
amount
I
of
was gonna say,
Mara
we should
quotes
end soon,
tonight.
right?
Jesus Christ. All right. I'm gonna end broadcast. Bye.